We are back on the Running Point Podcast, final episode of 2025, and first episode in about 2 weeks. Braden Smith, how are you, my friend?
Doing well. Obviously, trying to get as much wins as we can here coming up, and excited for Big Ten play that's now starting. So, looking forward to it, and been doing good.
So I think a lot of coaches and players have like this mantra where they're like, "Oh, now that's Big Ten play. It's just a different mindset. It's a different feel." Obviously, this is your fourth go around in the Big Ten play. You've played in the biggest, the small, like you played everywhere across the Big Ten. Is it actually a different feeling once you go into those Big Ten games? Is it just a different like energy in the gym or just amongst the team or the fans even?
Yeah, I think overall, even early on when we played Rutgers in Minnesota, I feel like even those games were a little bit different, like energy wise, and just like the deeper meaning of those games for us, because obviously, like our goal is to win the Big Ten championship. So I think that's probably one of the reasons it makes it so, I don't know, like just over the top and like where we have to get a win and how important they are. So I would say definitely there is a little bit of a change of everything when we get into Big Ten play.
Yeah, you like lean forward in the seat. It's like the video game emoji. That's what I'm,
That
I'm seeing
that
right
meme
now.
where you got to
Yeah.
sit up in the chair.
Yeah, exactly. All right, we have a lot to get to on the outline for this episode. We are going to go back to the Auburn game. Obviously, a bunch to discuss from an awesome performance from you guys. You carried that performance into an awesome win over Kent State. So, feels like it's safe to say y'all are playing your best basketball of the season right now, heading in to Big Ten play. We'll discuss both of those games. We have some larger topics to get into as well. But first, let's just backtrack a little bit because I don't think the people at home know this, but we were planning a Christmas episode a couple weeks ago and just had to cancel for a handful of reasons behind the scenes. But let the people know, how was Braden Smith's family Christmas? What'd you do for Christmas?
Yeah, no, it was actually good. We got about 4 or 5 days back at home. Everybody got to go home and chill out and have their own plans. And obviously for me, it's nice to be able to have some downtime and not really have a whole plan of practice, lifts, all that. So just be able to go in with my brother and work out, just do some small things and enjoy family time. That's just probably the biggest since I don't get a whole lot of time home. So.
So what was the favorite gift? Let's go. Let's go ahead and get into the nitty gritty. What was under the tree that hit a little bit different this year for Braden?
Yeah, it was actually a Toomey suitcase.
Ooh, clean.
Yeah, I mean, I think I'm at that point now. I was talking with my friends where like it's all like the older the older gifts now that like I feel like
That a Toomey suitcase is slight unk status. I ain't gonna lie
yeah,
to you.
like I feel like I'm just getting to that age now to where it's like, all right, I'm moving up in the gifts where it's just clothes and that kind of stuff. So, which is also obviously like it's good stuff. I need that kind of stuff, but no, I thought it was funny.
That is hilarious. So we had this whole Christmas themed episode planned, and we even sent you the outline at one point. Purdue fans in our Discord know about it because they helped craft some of the prompts a little bit. So it was basically like a 12 days of Christmas, like various prompts for each number 1 through 12. We are scrapping that obviously because there's too much to talk to in hindsight for the rest of the episode, but I'm going to force our way into getting a couple of these answers from you. So let's play a quick 3 days of Christmas with Braden Smith, starting at three, and we'll work our way down the list. Give me your three favorite assists of your career.
Mm. I think the first one that I think about, and I saw it, I get like a reminder of every once in a while that or like a flashback or whatever. But when we played Gonzaga my freshman year in Portland, where I threw the behind the head to Zach for the dunk, I think that was one of them. Um, I mean, it's just so hard to like pick because like I feel like I've thrown a
Because
lot
there's
of
so
crazy,
many.
yeah. But like at the same time, like I don't know, just any lobs to guys, I feel like those are always fun to do. Um, I mean, I love throwing like just a skip pass in general. I feel like I do that a lot, going right and jumping up in the air and zipping it to the other side. So I don't really know for two and three the exact. Maybe the one I threw to Clough. What was that, Rutgers?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe that one. And then yeah, I don't know. I don't know what the other one would be.
Yeah, I feel like the one that came to my mind quickly is you had a feud of Cam and Miles last year
Yeah.
that I mean just you throw it anywhere and those guys go get it. But yeah, I said it in a joking fashion, but yeah, you do have a lot of assists to choose from. So us asking you down to narrow it to three, honestly, crazy move by us. So moving on here, two things that nobody knows about Braden Smith.
Mm. I mean, I feel like other than people that are close to me, I'm a huge video game guy, and I feel like that's kind of like a lame answer to give, but really like I'm kind of boring if I'm gonna be completely honest. Outside of basketball, it's really just relax, watch TV shows, watch Netflix, movies of some sort, binge watching Stranger Things, video games. So that would be one of them. And then two, me and my roommate just got into the sports cards, that realm. So I've been starting to collect those and been doing that. So yeah.
That's
The,
fun.
the the people want what do they call it? Like a pack break on the show?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. We'll have to make that happen later in the year. Okay. And lastly here, one thing, skill set or otherwise, that you would take from any other basketball player. Who is it and what are you taking?
Steph Curry's shooting.
Simple one.
That works. Honestly, good you didn't take that. That kind of be a little bit of a cheat code. Not fair to pass like that and shoot like that. But I feel like that's definitely one of the better skills to take. Steph Curry, best shooter of all time. I feel like there's really no debate on it. But
Or like Kyrie's handles, I feel like. Just to be able to have the ball on a string like that.
Greg, what skill would you take?
Mm,
My height?
great question. Omer's face, probably, jaw structure. Um, no, I'm a little bit surprised. I thought there was a chance you'd say Zach's size. I'm
Yeah.
picturing like a 7'4"
Yeah.
Braden Smith. You're unstoppable.
Be like Jokic.
You'd be better, I think.
Yeah, well, Greg, you don't get it though, man. Sometimes, you don't fit in the plane seats, you hit your head on things. The air is actually a little bit slightly different up here. I don't know if you know
Can't
or not.
hide.
So it's a little bit different.
Can't hide when you go out.
Can't hide when you go. Could not hide.
Like me, I could throw on a hood and a
Zach
hat.
could not
I'll be
hide.
fine. I'll be fine.
Zach tried endless times to hide.
That bucket hat was crazy.
Yeah.
Oh my God, it's bringing back memory lane. I feel like Braden has a great incognito look. You probably go like black curved hat, like all black suit. Yeah, that's my guess.
Sometimes, yeah. Sometimes,
Yeah,
yeah.
I can see
But
it. The hood, I love it. All
yeah.
right. Thank you for indulging us in that. Like I said, we had a festive at one planned, and I think people want to hear more about some Purdue happenings. So let's move to it. Let's go back in time to the Auburn game. 88-60. Y'all jumped all over them. This was a close game for 4 minutes, and that's it. I think this was cathartic for a lot of people. I mean, through my television screen, it looked like a cathartic type win for members of the team. It also certainly was a feel good win for Purdue fans everywhere, especially when taken into context some of the comments from former Auburn coach Bruce Pearl. So we texted a little bit about this the week that we ended up canceling the episode. Um, we I guess we were aware that you were aware of what Bruce Pearl had said, and he went viral for basically saying that Auburn, quote unquote, bitch slapped Purdue last season. That was his words, not mine. But we were all sort of wondering at home, does anyone from Purdue know this happened and do they care? It looked to me like you guys knew and cared. Did you guys know and care coming into that game what Bruce Pearl had said?
I mean, yeah, we see clips and see stuff. People send it to us, friends send it. Um, Obviously I saw it. We see it all over social media, obviously. But yeah, no, we definitely going into the game had a idea of what was said, and we kind of took that in and understood that one, that's the type of people and team that they are. So we knew what we were getting into, and I think just for us, we were at home and we owe them one. So we try to go out there and get the win.
Was TKR watching the clip all the way up until tip off? Because he actually had a different look in his eye. And then after the game, TKR went on to say he wished y'all would have won by 50. Was that? I mean, obviously you saw the comments, But was there a little bit at the end there where you're like, you know what, we got them kind of down and out right now. Let's actually run it up a little bit because they want to, talk a little bit before the game.
Yeah, no, I think that was kind of all of our mindset. Because like there was a video earlier on too, I think this summer where Tahad was talking about how they smacked all the Big Ten teams or whatever and how it's not competition.
Yep.
Hmm.
So, like, I mean, like for me, like I can get like petty in a sense and like be like, all right, well you said that, yeah, like, and I pay attention to stuff like that. So like I understand that because one, I'm a competitor, and two, like I mean that's why you play basketball is to compete at that high level with other great players, and if people are gonna say stuff, then so be it, right? But I mean, at the end of the day, I think for them to think that they made that first video out in the summer and then said what they said the week or a couple days before for us not to come out and compete and play like that, I think they're out of their mind. Because I'm
Yeah.
like, like, do you think that us being who we are just gonna sit back and let you guys talk to us like that and come into Indy and beat us after what you said? So like for us, it's just like it is what it is. But I mean, like, be better then.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because
Simple.
like if you're gonna talk like you're one of the best, then you got to be one of the best. And personally, this isn't a shot at anybody, but I just didn't think they were at all. Like
Yeah.
I felt like we went in, did business and left, and we got to enjoy our Christmas and and enjoy our 5 days off. So that's how I saw it. And obviously, I'm not trying to throw shots at anybody or anything, but I mean, if it's the world that we're living in and people want to say stuff and don't expect anything back, then I don't know.
Yeah.
Enjoy it, I guess.
I love my PG cart. I love this.
I,
This is why we're such a good fit. Would you say I can be a little petty sometimes?
yeah,
Yeah.
that's what it's about, man. That's what's competing is about too. That's I
Listen,
There's
mean,
some there's some
talking a
other
little
ones too
bit
that
and
we
being
got.
there to back it up. That's what it is.
There's some other ones we got from some other teams coming up, so we're excited for those too. So I'm
oh,
not gonna say them just yet, but when it
Might
comes to
need I
that
might
time,
need that list offline for personal
yeah,
reasons.
I
I
got
don't know where it is. I just might need it.
I
yeah,
have a feeling one of them might be your team. Maybe I don't know. It's gonna
Yeah, they got a little something to them, a little bit.
be. I love that. I'm gonna steal that line. I can be a little petty sometimes. Sorry, hand up. That's just me. But no, I think you guys like you're laying this out very accurately, right? Last year was last year. This team, meaning you guys, Purdue, is so different than a year ago. Everyone knows it. It's obvious. And Auburn is also extremely different than a year ago. Give them credit for what they were a year ago, but quite frankly, just my opinion, if they were going to be that level of team again, I think the man with the words about this would still be coaching them and would not have handed things over to somebody else. So, look, I'm adding my own personal opinion to this, but I found that a really interesting choice from him, given that he knows what this year's Auburn team is, the differences between when he was coaching it. And apparently, he just wasn't aware of exactly what you guys are this time, which is a much improved basketball team. Your head coach, Matt Painter, had some words after this, though, as well. And it's along the lines of everything I'm kind of laying out here. I believe his quote, pretty much word for word in the post game of this, was, it's a lot like us from last year. They had an amazing team the year before. You had Janai Broom. You had this, All American National Player of the Year type guy in the front court, and kind of just come into the year thinking that's who we are. Wait a second, he's not here. And in hearing Painter say that, to me, interpreting it, he was speaking about your guys' experience last year and maybe the beginning of the season in a post Zach Edey era world where there might have been an adjustment period and almost maybe a minute of like, oh, wait, this feels different. So, do you have any thoughts on, I guess, your coaches framing this of like maybe Auburn this year is in a similar spot to what you guys went through after Zach departed the program a year ago?
Yeah, no, I think he's really just talking about like how they're still a good team, even though like they lost to us, not like vice versa, how it was last year. Like we were still a good team before that game, but we weren't great. And we obviously figured out and we knew that we had a lot of room for improvement. And I think that's kind of what he was saying with them because they're still a talented team. Like they're still a good team. It's not like they're terrible. So like they still have they can still flip that switch and turn that corner going into their conference play. So I think that's kind of what he was getting at. I don't feel like he's one of those guys to take shots at people and talk bad about other people. So I wouldn't assume it was anything else. But that's just what I see it as, and I can see that and understand that like yeah, like maybe we needed that. It was an eye opener for us. We got whooped by 40, I think, or 30 something, and I was just like, you need it. And then obviously it keeps you humble, keeps you focused and ready to compete the next day. And I think that's what we needed as a team.
Most definitely. So in a game like that with, kind of high stakes, high intensity, two really good basketball teams, like you stated, motivations from both sides, mostly yours, given the situation we just laid out, is was there anything like during the game, like handshake line, were there a couple words or, longer stares? Was there any of that animosity, I guess, on the court in between the lines, or was it just kind of a business-like approach from y'all?
No, I was talking shit. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, figured that.
Yeah, I was. Said some things, but it was more to their players, and I think it was more just about the fuel about what they said about us. And I think at that point we kind of knew that we were gonna win, and it was early on. So I was like, yeah, like there's no way this team's beating us. And then so like, but like what frustrates me, and like this is again is not calling anybody out. This isn't what this is for. But like when I don't understand how people can say something and call you out, and then you respond back, and then you're the bad guy. Like, how am I the bad guy for talking shit back when you guys are the ones that started it? It's like I don't understand. And they like get all upset with me when I said something, complain, oh, ref, tell him to stop talking. Like, nah, like you guys were talking shit before the game and on social media and stuff, and then we say something back to you, and we're the bad guys. As it
That's
seems to me like there's something that doesn't make sense to me. So like I'm like, okay, well, first off, you talk shit to the wrong team because we're not ones that you should talk shit to, first of all. And second of all, like if you're gonna say something first, expect something back, or don't say nothing at all. So like that's just how I see it. So like obviously for me going in a game, like if someone's gonna say something and talk whatever they or say whatever they want to say, then like obviously like we're not like idiots. Like we're gonna go in and play a game and like use that as fuel because like that's what you need as an athlete and as a competitor. You need something to find that to have that edge to compete at a high level. I mean, I'm sure every athlete has their own way, but that's how I see it. Like for the greats to be great, you got to have something that puts you over the edge.
Yeah.
So like to me, that's just what was one of the things. But yeah, no, there was definitely some things said, and obviously, I mean, it's competitiveness because obviously both teams want to win, and both people are competitive for both sides. So that's just all I see it as. It's just basketball and people trying to win games.
I love this podcast so much.
Yeah. I mean, I think real hoopers get it too, right? Like that's hoop sometimes.
Yeah,
Sometimes shit gets personal and then you lace them up and then the game's over and then you move on. But you let them hear about it on the way. There's nothing wrong with that. So,
Telling the ref that they're talking trash is crazy though.
yeah, telling
After
them to come up
work,
to me and
that
tell me to
that's
stop talking
insane.
to them. Like, come on, bro.
That's insane behavior.
I said, come on. And he's like, stop talking to us. What up? I'm like, dude, like, you guys are talking shit saying you guys bitch slapped us and stuff, but then I'm the bad guy for saying you can't guard me. Like, what?
it's
They
tough.
always catch. They always catch the second guy.
Yeah.
What was the game plan on Taha specifically? We've named him a little bit in this process, and he was the guy in the video we're alluding to. If you haven't seen that video, I think he was with Elliot Cadeau, who's now Michigan's point guard, and those two are
Yep.
longtime friends. So, probably just a little playful banter there. Regardless, he had words for the whole Big Ten. I brought up that video when my favorite team, Michigan, beat them by 30 this year, too. That's two 30-point Ls to the Big Ten that Auburn has now suffered. Anyways, I digress. Tahad in this game goes 2 for 7, 5 points, one assist to one turnover in 25 minutes. To my eye, in watching this, it was a team wide effort. I thought you had possessions on Tahad. I also saw CJ certainly set the tone with Tahad as well at times. So, what was the outlook on him? Why did you guys have so much success shutting Tahad down?
Yeah, no, I felt like, well, one, that was my matchup for the day, and obviously like understanding and knowing who he is as a player. Like I'm not again, I'm not stupid. Like I know his what he's capable of and understand that he's a very talented guy. So at least when I was on him and when I was guarding him, my objective was to not let him get comfortable, not let him get open, not let him do those things. Because as an offensive player, like that's what you want. You want to have space to be able to go make plays and get your shot off. You want to, just get angles and get all those things. So for me, defensively, I was just trying to turn that against him and do those things. I thought we did a good job as a team, just being in the right spots. Felt like defensively we were all kind of just locked in, and I think that's not only because we practiced it and then went over their stuff, but also because we understood what the game was and the hype for it and the motivation that we had for it. So I think it was a mixture of everything. I just thought we did a pretty good job and did what was needed.
Yeah, you guys handled business. Truthfully did. It was fun to watch, and I know that you stated early too. That one's got to feel good before the Christmas day. You know what I'm saying? The gifts hit a little bit different coming off the 30-point dub. I gotta assume that. Moving on from that, though, you guys have Kent State in the last game. Now, Kent State is a team that is very, very potent in the MAC conference. Obviously, they've made the tournament before. Uh, Del Rico Gillespie is one of the mid-major monsters of the country that no one really knows about. But this game was the Jack Benter breakout game. Gregory, can you lay out Jack Benter's stats for me? I know you got him right in front of you.
Jackie B played 16 minutes, 20 points, did not miss, 7 for 7 from the floor, 6 of those from behind the arc. He had 5 rebounds and an assist and a steal, if not for 4 fouls. This
Stop hacking, Jack.
It is basically a perfect game from step back Jack, as I like to call him. He is now 10 for 10 from three in his last 10 3-point attempts across 3 games. I mean, this is like an inferno. On the season, he is shooting 60% from three on 30 attempts. I mean, I know, I think we've talked about him on a previous episode. I know you believe in him, Braden, but what he's doing both in the Kent State game, this felt like a coronation of sorts of like, oh, Jack Benter was just the Ken Palm MVP in a game with senior Braden, senior Trey Kaufman-Renn, senior Fletcher Lawyer. So is this coming together for Jack faster than even you expected, or what are you seeing that's leading to so much success from him right now?
No, I don't think. I think that's what he's always been capable of. I think that's also what makes our team different than a lot of other teams in the past that I've been a part of, is that like we have guys that are capable of doing that come off the bench. And like obviously everybody expects me, Trey, Fletch, Clough, the older guys to be the ones that are doing all the scoring and all the playing, but like we don't need to do that. And like I know a lot of people kind of lose their mind this year about like, oh well, Braden's down compared to what he normally is. Trey's down, not scoring, not doing what he's. We don't need to. Like I don't need to go out there and score 30 and have 15 assists for us to win a basketball game. Like I can go out there and score 10, have 10 assists and whatever, and Trey can go and have 15 and we'll win games by 30. Like we don't need to do those things. And I think again, like I said, like that's what makes our team so special is that like we have guys that can come in and start and have that same type of I don't know aggressiveness and positive results from them, no matter who it is. And I think that's what it's also fun to be a part of because when you have guys like I feel like Jakari can do that. I feel like Omar can go out and get a buck. I feel like a lot of those guys that come off the bench, like Jack, even yesterday, like he can do that. And we have a lot of guys that are capable of doing so, and that's what makes our team so special.
I watched the post game. They had Jack in between you and Fletcher for the player representatives at the post game press conference. And you can correct me if I'm wrong. I've watched a lot of post game pressers with your involvement in the last 4 years, and I've seen animated, happy to be there, Braden. I've seen just trying to get through this and get home, Braden. I feel like I have a good read on this. You
Yep.
and Fletch together as Jack was being asked all the questions, you just like couldn't contain your excitement. Like you two kept laughing throughout this presser. I don't know if that was like, look at this world we live in. Like this freshman Jack Benter just had this moment, or is it something about like Jack the person? Like what made that moment fun for you and Fletch to sit there with him in the middle?
Funny thing is, it's actually none of that. It's that we give our SID a lot of crap for like always being picked to go do that. And like we always tell them that we're not going to do it and that we hate media. And so like we're always like, oh my God, like they're just going to have us go up there and answer 2 questions and we're just sitting there. Like, why not just have Jack by himself? Like, I always give him crap, like no matter what it is. He'll always text me like, hey, like these guys want to come in and 15 minutes after practice to talk. The phone call after, I'm like, nope, nope, not doing it. Nope, not doing it. Sucks. Not doing it. Not doing it. Nope. And then like so I always give him a hard time. So I think that's more what it was. And obviously since we're a little bit older and been through it for 4 years. I think it's just, just trying to have fun and enjoy it. So
I have a
I think that's
story on this, by the way. Ryan Hammer came to West Lafayette, and obviously we work with Hammer, and he texted us the morning he was set to meet with you guys, and he literally goes, "I hope your boy's not going to blow us off. Purdue's SID just told us he said he's not coming." So I guess when you and it's Chris Foreman we're talking about, the wonderful Purdue SID. Cart and I have interacted with a lot of SIDs through the years, and I can genuinely say Chris is like the best in the business. So all love to Chris Foreman, but apparently it's making its way from you. If you're giving Chris Foreman shit, he's now telling people like, "Ah, Braden ain't coming."
Yeah, no, he always gets on me. He kind of gets emotional about it too, which is the funniest part because I mess with him a lot. I'm like, dude, I'm not doing it. He's like, come on for me. I was like, nope. I said, not doing it. I said, you've had me for 3 years, 4 years. I'm done. He said, I was like, you can put me on that freshman contract because in the summers, like when you're a freshman, you can't get spoken to until you played your first game.
Is that what it is?
Like in the summer, so I'm always like, yeah, I'm a freshman this year. I said, no one can speak to me till after the year. So I'm done. I said, I'm not doing it. So I was a lot of messing around, but we're all kind of the same with all that. We always give them a hard time after games or after practice, whenever it is.
I love that relationship because I remember when it was National SID Day, it was Braden Smith on the video saying all the nice things about Chris, knowing that afterwards he's also like, yeah, just also so you know, by the way, that 15 minute hit, yeah, can't do it. But you're my guy. Happy National SID Day.
I actually texted him after I saw he liked it and didn't text me thank you. So I was like, all right, dude. So I'm gonna delete the video. I'm gonna say I didn't mean it.
It's so good. All right, other things from Kent State. Everybody played well, man. I'm trying to come up with creative avenues to discuss things that happened in this game, but like 12 and 8 from you, 27 minutes, you led the team. Trey with another double-double in just 21 minutes, 15 and 12. Fletcher hit three threes, 19 points. He was second on the team behind Jack. Like I just thought this was a total by committee, everybody played well type game. And a lot of people I think will kind of look over the fact that Kent State is a really good mid-major. Like Kent
Yeah.
State may end up in the NCAA tournament. It won't be a surprise at all. So it felt to me just like a positive vibes type game. I do want to ask you about Trey because Trey is like a totally different player this year from a tenacity standpoint on the boards, defensively, all of it. And simultaneously, while that's happening, he's scoring less than we saw last year, like by a pretty sizable amount. And I'm sure you might be able to relate to this or speak on just the situation. Like, sadly, sometimes the way the sport works is if you're scoring 20, you have everybody's attention. And if you're scoring 12, you don't, with personal awards and accolades like that. So we've heard you come on and say, like, flat out, you don't care about that stuff. But I watch you kind of living that. And I also think from afar, I can see Trey living that. This is a guy who led the team in scoring, was probably the best post scorer in the country a year ago. And on a night where you get a 41-point win, he plays 21 minutes and gives you 12 rebounds and is totally content checking out. So I guess what is your personal interpretation, Ben, of Trey's approach this season and his performance in the Kent State game?
Yeah, no, I think Trey is very similar to me, and I think like how we think apart of like what you just explained is like we don't care about getting 20 or getting our numbers. Like we're trying to win basketball games. Like that's why we came back. We came back to win basketball games, to win the Big Ten, to win the national championship. That's our goals, and we have a lot better team than we did the year before. And at least I think we're a lot talented overall than we were last year. And I just think having guys like that, like we understand that, like we can all our whole starting five could average 10 and we'd be fine with it. Like it doesn't matter because I think at the end of the day too, like how you're saying like how we're both comfortable with it is because like we truly are. Like I didn't come back personally to be the national player of the year. Like I don't care about it. Like it's an award. Obviously, if I win it and I'm able to be a part of something like that, it's awesome. Like there's no doubt about it. But like for me, it's just like I would rather do my job and win games and because you get remembered more for that than you do for winning a personal record. And that's just I think how Trey is too. And he's like, well, like, okay, well, we understand how important we are to our team. Like, and I think nobody would argue against that, that if they took me and Trey and Fletch off this team, where our team would be in a complete different spot, no matter how much we're averaging. So I think for us, like we understand that and we know our value to this team. And then we also know that we're capable if need be, to where we have to go out and score 30. Like it's not like we're not choosing to. Like we don't need to each have 25 points versus Kent State. Like respectfully, we don't. Like we can all collectively score and win the game and win by 41 and be happy and just move on to the next game. So I think that's just all it was. And obviously, like for me, it's defensive side of things to try to pick up. So that's what I'm trying to do because I understand that if I can bring that intensity and kind of just that to that side of the ball, I feel like it helps us overall as a team. And I think for Trey, he's understood that rebounding is going to help because we struggled with that. So being able to have him kind of focus on that and obviously defensively as well, him focusing on that. But with rebounding and the importance of that, I think it just makes our team that much more special.
I'm still eventually gonna have to get to the bottom of what got into Trey on the rebounding side. Like, was it just he woke up one day and was like, you know what, I gotta do this? Is Paint adding a little extra per diem per day if he gets a double double or something? Like, what is it? Was it is it truly just him kind of being in that mindset that maybe, like, or not even maybe, that this is your guys' last go around and this team needs him to be what he is on the glass? Because I was even skeptical it was gonna last like after the Alabama game. Now it's more so where I'd be surprised if TKR is not pulling down a bunch of rebounds.
Yeah, no, I truly think that's really just what it is. I think just like how it is with me, like understanding that I can still go out and control a basketball game without scoring or without doing what I did last year to the extent. And I think Trey's the same way. Like, yeah, he can still score 20 plus points a game, but like he's going to pass it more because it's just what he thinks is right and that's what his decision is and it still puts us in great positions to win basketball games. So I think it's just him understanding like hey, like we need rebounding. We struggled at that last year. We finally have a bigger guy that's able to help us out with Oscar and Daniel and obviously he's able to go get more because a four isn't as big as a five. So I think that gives him the ability to be able to go out and get those extra rebounds for us. And I think that's really what it is.
Impressive. However he got there, it's been like I truly can't get over the sacrifice of it. Like he had 15 and 12 in 21 minutes and blowout win, smile on everybody's face. Jack Benter's the story. Like I guess this is what you get from elite teams, and obviously you guys are one of those. And you could probably look at the very, very top of this sport and see other teams that are making the type of sacrifices you guys are making. But it's impressive to me the way you and him have both reshaped your games and it's working. The team is loving every second of this. I know the fans are too. I want to ask you about tempo real quick. This has been something we've talked about on the channel a ton this year, and I don't think we've ever brought it up to you. So we may honestly get shut down, and you can feel free to tell us we're on the wrong track with this hypothesis. But I looked through Matt Painter's history as Purdue's head coach. You guys this season are playing the second slowest tempo of any team he's ever had. And when I first realized that, I was kind of shocked by it because I could understand, you guys are a great half court team, don't get me wrong. The Edie years I would expect to be slow in a lot of ways. But I also look at this year's team and see a really deep team. I know you and Fletch can get out and run and love to seek those threes in transition. And to me, you've kind of got the personnel to play a lot more up tempo than you do this year. So we've sort of spoken about this in previews and recaps kind of for the last month. Cart and I just, man, I hope they play fast. Like if there's a New Year's resolution, we kind of want to see this team play a little faster. And in this game, you had no choice. Kent State is super fast. They play the 21st fastest tempo in the country. So the end result of this was a 76 possession game. You guys have had 3 games this season at 72 possessions or more. All of them have been amazing offensive performances. 109 against Eastern Illinois, 97 against Akron, 101 against Kent State. So I guess was this game being faster as simple as Kent State plays really fast? We had no choice. Was there something deliberate from your side that made it smart to play faster? And in general, on tempo, where does Braden Smith stand on how fast this team should play?
I'm not gonna lie, when you just said that stat, that kind of surprised me. Like, 'cause I feel like we kind of play quick. At least that's how it feels like when I'm in and playing. Like I feel like obviously like if it's a make, then we're gonna if the team scores, then obviously we're gonna slow it down and run our half court set. But like on a miss, like we're gone. Like that's just like what we've always done. And obviously the dominoes fall in a certain way, and maybe this year it's a little bit slower. Like to me, like it feels the same. So like it really doesn't feel that different to me. And obviously, like when you get into games too, when you're playing against different type of opponents and it's a different style of basketball, like you're probably gonna get into that type of basketball. If they play quick, we're gonna play quick, or a team plays slow, we may play slower. Like that could happen. But I would just say I don't know. I don't even really notice it, if I'm being completely honest. But also probably a reason why we could be slower is because Miles and Cam, they ran the floor a lot and we were able to throw lobs a little bit
Mhm.
more. So I think maybe that could be a reason. But I think trying to figure out the spacing for that because normally we used to have a guy running to the rim and pulling people in. So, but I don't know. To me, it feels the same.
Not really a talking point at all from the team. Like, I guess it is it known that Painter wants to play slow even, or is this kind of just like what it's been without being a talking point?
No, it hasn't been a talking point. He wants to play fast,
Wow.
but like we have to get stops to do so.
Yeah.
Like he's like, well, you're not going to be able to play fast if you can't get a stop. So
Yeah.
if teams obviously are scoring, then we're going to walk it up the floor and run a half court set. But obviously, if we're getting stops and rebounds and then we're pushing the ball in transition, then we're going.
Yeah.
Interesting.
You guys are fun when you play fast too. I feel like you get out, you get the pass in, then I know Fletch is probably an all-time great at transition threes and getting to the right spot. So it's
Yeah,
definitely tough to stop you guys when you do that. And I'm gonna go ahead and assume, given your game, you do enjoy playing fast more than slow. I'm guessing, correct?
100%.
Yeah, definitely. Makes sense. Even though I know my dog PJ is special with the whiteboard. I know he's got to hold it up the special set, but I know sometimes in your head you're like, you know what, I can figure it out without that whiteboard. Let's just go ahead and get out and go real quick.
No, 100%. We're all the same way too. Like we enjoy being able to run up and down and hit for transition threes or the big guy rim running and getting a dunk. I mean, it's obviously fun to play and be a part of, and we're all aware of that. But that does actually really surprise me that we're that slow.
Yeah. I'm
And
in.
analytics stink. It's all right.
I know.
Maybe my
Hey,
my guess is this will change as the season goes on, but it's an interesting touch point for now. So, all right, there we have it. That is everything I wanted from Kent State.
whoa, whoa, whoa. Sorry, not everything I wanted. I need to know, did Jack Benter have a different pep to his step after this game? Or is he a stay humble guy? I mean, you go into a game in 16 minutes and you don't miss from three. Did he have a little extra bounce to his step today? Did he change up? Did he not return your calls? I need to know.
No, he was normal. Normal dude. Normal dude.
All right.
I think he actually went to Keystone today. The mall. A mall about an hour in Indy.
Okay,
We'll go
so
get a
he
little
said I hit
shopping
all these
bag.
threes. I need to go get fitted. I might be a Benter
Maybe.
guy now.
Maybe.
I
He
mean,
said he said he was heading up Louis Vuitton, so
this sport's in such a weird spot. We could have like game by game NIL bonuses. Like Jack Benter gets 20. Let's just, you get a little side piece, you know?
4 grand. There you go.
Yeah,
Boom.
keep it moving. All right. I think we just negotiated a bonus for Jack Benter. You're welcome. Step back, Jack. Hopefully, in return, we'll get you on the show later this season. That's a great segue into a broad topic I can't wait to get your thoughts on. It's a weird week in college basketball. I don't know how much you've paid attention to it, but if you haven't seen, there's real G League players that are now eligible to play college basketball. Specifically, Baylor has picked up a commitment from James Nagy, who was an NBA draft pick a few years ago and has just left his G League obligations to join Baylor. Tom Izzo took exception to this publicly. John Calipari is blasting it. Matt Painter had some words on the state of college basketball and basically just said, there's no rules. We just want to know what the rules are. And if we know what those rules are, we can abide by them. For now, there are certain coaches that are going down that path, others that aren't. The same week that Najee committed to Baylor, we also had Trenton Flowers, who is a literal NBA player, reports coming out that he's going to try and play college basketball. Those have been disputed, and I think today the NCAA officially came out and said no player that has played NBA minutes will be eligible to play college. But I'm just curious. I feel like we've heard from coaches and we've heard from fans and we've heard from media on this. I don't know if we've heard from any college basketball player on what it's like to play this sport while all of this nonsense is happening. So, what is your read on all of this? Do you find it crazy that G League players and NBA players are suddenly looking to try and be players in college basketball?
Yeah, no, I think It's really weird. First of all, and I don't think it makes sense. Like I understand the overseas guys because like they play pro at such a young age. So like I feel like that makes sense. Like 'cause if they want to come over and play college, it's different. Like that's your first time coming over doing that kind of stuff. So like it's because it's like not the normal, obviously. Because if you're European or overseas, then that makes sense. But I feel like NBA and actually getting drafted and coming back, that just doesn't make sense to me. So that makes me think like, okay, well, what if I left last year, got drafted, okay, that maybe it didn't go to what I wanted, and I'm like, okay, well, I'm gonna come back now. So that basically takes away the rule of now that I think about it in the summer where you have to like announce that you're coming back.
Yeah,
But
the
basically, it
NBA
doesn't
draft
matter.
deadline is basically dead based on the ruling that
Yeah.
James Najee can play.
So it doesn't matter. So basically, you can go get drafted, and then if you don't like your situation, you can just be like, okay, well, I'm gonna come back.
Yep.
That doesn't make sense to me.
No, that
Like I
makes
feel
sense.
like at some point, like if you need to just give it up. To just
Yeah,
go
I mean,
go, go
hey,
play pro. Like
it's time. It's time, you know?
yeah. Well, and also, well, if you're young, I mean, like I understand maybe the reason to come back is you made a poor decision to leave early. Like, okay, that makes sense. But I feel like you still shouldn't give them the, I don't even know, the opportunity to come back and do that because that was their decision to leave in the first place.
Yeah.
Most definitely. Also, if you would have left after your junior year and tried to come back, I would have been front lines at the NCAA facility saying, "Don't let them back." That's
See, that's what I
crazy.
would have said too. Like, then what if like someone of like a high caliber player, not saying that those guys aren't, but like someone that's like a big college basketball guy and then went to the draft. Like, what if Cooper Flag did that? Then I feel like it's looked at completely different.
Yeah.
That's what I was saying. Or even if I did it, which I'm not saying I'm Cooper Flag, but I'm just saying like if I did that, like if I left, went and got drafted, I didn't like my situation, and I came back, I feel like the whole Big Ten would lose their mind.
Oh, we would. Yeah, we would. Also, I think it'd be funny if you came back for a different reason. Like, you know what? I don't want to even want to come back, but you know what? I actually do want the assist record, so I think I'm just gonna come back for a year.
Yeah.
So let's break
Like
it
it
real
just
quick.
doesn't make sense. Like I don't even know how they even got to the point where they're allowing that or where that even makes sense. Because then that literally like takes all the rules out of place for the summer of where you have to make your decision and choose whether you're going with an agent to proceed to do the draft combine or if you're coming back to college.
Yeah. Counterpoint, if this had happened last year, technically, you could have tried to convince Zach Edey to come fix your problems at the five midseason.
Could have.
Did he have an extra year?
Yeah.
Good heavens, yeah.
And Jaden Ivey and Carson and
Yeah,
Y'all,
what's
y'all
the
already have nine different versions of Carson Edwards on your team. You don't need actual Carson Edwards back.
what's the
never know. Never
who
know.
still has eligibility left team? Who could we make what's the best five we could make from that?
Including us that are here now, or just people that could
Let's
have
say
a first round
separate,
back.
because I want to know if your team right now would beat them. I guess that'd be Zach and Jaden.
Zach, Jaden, Carson, right? Or is Carson now?
Carson could because he left after his junior year.
Yeah, Carson technically had one more.
Was he during COVID or was he before or after that?
He was
He was before COVID, I think,
he
right?
was pre-COVID. He was out in 2019. He left after his junior
Okay.
year. So that's great. Like what is he, 28 right now? Carson Edwards could come back to
Yeah,
college.
I don't even know how old he is, but those three, I don't even know who left early.
What about you?
Got to bring back my second favorite Purdue player of all time,
Who?
Travion Williams.
I was gonna say Travion.
Got to bring back Travion.
Didn't
I was gonna
Travion
say
he
him. I
played
didn't know.
four, I think.
I didn't know if
No,
he
he,
played four or not.
no, did he? I think he played three.
No, that the problem with Purdue is that all of y'all play 4 years.
This rule wouldn't
Yeah,
apply because all y'all just want to play 4 years.
exactly. I heard that Clough might get an extra year too.
Really?
Maybe.
What's going on there?
I don't know. I don't even know if I was supposed to say that.
Oh no. I mean, so
It is
this
what
is
it is,
like
but I don't even know. But it's crazy.
this is basically just the Wild Wild West, though. And obviously, when you committed as a high school senior or whenever you committed, like, I don't think anyone could have imagined college basketball would be what it is now. From a player perspective, and also, like, let's be real about it, you're not just a player, you're one of the best players in the entire sport. Is this fun to be a part of? Or is this Wild Wild West era of college basketball, like, stressful and annoying to be a part of?
I mean, I think it's fun. I think like this extra stuff that in the past couple weeks are a little kind of crazy. Um, but I feel like I just remember in high school making an essay on why college athletes should get paid because I feel like it's similar to it's kind of like a pro lifestyle in a sense. I mean, obviously you're going to school and stuff, but other than that, like it's a lot on your body. It's throughout the year you do a lot of stuff, so I feel like that made sense. But no, I do think everything else is kind of crazy and out of control, especially like just being able to get drafted and then come back. But then a point on the last thing we were just talking about, I think everybody's about to start to get a fifth year, no matter what.
Yeah, the 5-5 is a rumor. Yeah.
So I might come back next year.
Oh God.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm gone.
I, I was
But
just
I'm
about
just
to say, you
saying. So
know
I
what?
think everybody gets next year.
Yeah, it's time, Braden. You did what you had to do in the Big Ten. You go
Exactly.
ahead. It's time.
So that's my understanding. I'm like, okay, well, I did my 4 years. Like, there's no reason to come do that. But
Man, I got gifted a bunch of flight miles for Christmas in the hope that I can come to away destinations in the NBA to do this show. I hope that gift was not for nothing, Braden. I'm just saying. All right. Thank you for your intel on that. It's a crazy time to cover this sport. I can only imagine being a part of it as a player or a coach or any element of this. Meanwhile, while this is going on, you're on the verge of something pretty special. As we sit here recording this today, you can tell us you don't care, but you are 10 assists away from the all time Big Ten record for assists. I saw Cassius Winston, who I'm pretty sure is Carter's favorite player ever, sent a little message through the Big Ten network to you. So, did you know that was coming? What was your reaction to Cassius sharing some words with you?
yeah, no, I did see that. I saw it like right after our shoot around yesterday, and I was like, oh, that's actually pretty cool. Obviously, because like I watched him growing up, and obviously understood like the caliber of player he was and the impact that he had as a basketball player and on Michigan State and everybody there. So it's obviously really cool to have someone like that because obviously where he like I'm not playing at Michigan State, so where it's like a family type of a feeling, but like for him to reach out and not well kind of congratulate me in a sense and kind of just be like I'm excited for you and all that stuff. I think it's cool to have that and for him to do that and obviously it means a lot to me. But I mean, I wanted the record last night. I should have had like 25 assists last night, but
Oh,
Trey screwed me
25.
on his floater.
All right, wait. Who was killing the assist last night? Who was guilty of
I'm blaming Trey. I'm getting on him.
it?
He missed like four of his knockdown floaters to start the game. I'm like, Trey, come on, dog.
Especially because I mean, I know you don't care obviously about the record. I mean, obviously it's a great record to have. You acknowledge that. Um, but is there a part of you though that's like it would be really cool to do this in Mackey? Honestly, even if we wanted to get a little bit greedy about it, wouldn't it be kind of nice to do it in Mackey when the students are back on campus too? You know, give it its proper moment, I guess.
I mean, yeah, for sure. It would be so much better to do that. I mean, I feel like just the quicker I can get to it, that's what I want to do. Obviously, like I just told you guys, I wish it was last night. I know 18's one. That would be like my personal record ever. So, and that would be kind of cool one because of that, because I would probably be breaking two records in one night. But I mean, it is what it is, and obviously, I hope this next game with whatever's left 10 or whatever it is, hopefully I get it. But I mean, yeah, it would be pretty sick to for it to be at home and everybody's there. So
Have you and Matt Painter discussed this at all? Be honest. Behind closed doors, have you talked about the idea of setting the record at some point?
honestly, no, haven't said a word. I mean, I think he knows. I mean, he's not dumb.
He's going to be aware. I'm just
Yeah.
curious. So you're at the Kohl Center this week. We're going to ask you some Wisconsin scout questions in just a moment. If you're at 9 assists with 4 minutes left, and God forbid, I'm just speculating. Wisconsin's a good basketball team. But let's say you're in a similar situation you've been a lot in the last 2 months, and some bench guys are in. Are you in the game with 9 assists to potentially break the record at the Kohl Center? Or are we sitting on 1 assist and waiting for Mackey Arena?
I mean, I hope I break it there. That's just how I am. I'm like, I want it there. Like I've said three times now. Like I wish it was last game, but for me, like that stuff doesn't matter to me. Like I feel like truly like not only because it's a record, but like I feel like that's just my job. Like, yeah, it's cool for that to be like the main header for it, but like I feel like for me, like well, that's what I'm supposed to do. Like my
Mhm.
job is to go out there and like help everybody out and put them in positions to be successful and to go score and to make it easier for them. I feel like that's just what I was always meant to do. So like for me, like that's just what I see it as. Like, and two, I hate coming out. So yeah, if there's 4 minutes left and it's a blowout, I would like to stay in no matter what. Like I wanted to stay in the Kent State game, but he took me out with 12. I was like, dang, coach, at least like nine, like
Do you ever
10.
get like on your way to the bench? Do you ever give like that little under the breath like, "Damn, coach," like, or maybe you look at PJ like, "Hey, can you talk to him? Like, let me back in here real quick."
All the time. I think Paint just knows though by my body language when I get taken out, which
He,
probably I need to do a better job of handling. But I just get so frustrated because I just want to be in the game. Not even for the record, just like because I just love playing. Like I just hate sitting and watching. Like I'm just like, bro, like I used to play 40 every night. Like I just want to stay in and play,
I'm
you
gonna
know.
say that's got to be killing you because you were. I mean, it felt like last year you never came out. You played 37 minutes a game, and you're down to 31 minutes a game right now, which is your lowest since your freshman year. Like, does
Yeah.
does part of that kill you?
Oh, always kills
ew.
me. I hate it. I think everybody that like truly knows me like understands that.
Yeah.
They're just like, oh,
Are,
he's
are
definitely hanging
are
out.
the legs fresher though? Like, are there any benefits to this 31?
I honestly feel the same because I feel like I always play super hard in the game. So like no matter how long I play, I just always feels the same. Like nothing ever changes for me.
So you know the benefit. The benefit here is that Omer gets his shine. That's what
Yeah,
this is. Yeah.
100%.
You just got to make sure Omer remembers that a couple years down the line, wherever your two career paths go. Remember that year where I had an assist record to chase down and I gave you an extra 9 minutes a game, Omer? Just
Exactly. Yeah, I'll let him know.
Forever indebted. I do gotta ask one last thing. I'm gonna just keep on prying at what you care about. Do we care? Do we care how we break it? Like, is it gonna be? You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like even amongst the team, there might be another group chat without you in it and without Trey, because I feel like he doesn't have a cell phone or something like that. But there's got to be something going on there. Like they want to be part of Braden's assist record. I mean, I feel like maybe Fletch is owned it because he's your backcourt mate, but also TKR has done a lot. Do we care how this assist record happens? I feel like the type of pass might matter a little bit.
I mean, personally, no, I don't care. I feel like
What?
anybody, it's cool, but I think it would probably mean a little bit more if it were like Fletcher Trey, just because I've been with them longer. But
Yeah.
like for some reason, I could see it being like Omer. Just the new guy, just he's the one that gets it, and obviously we've built that relationship over this past couple months. But I don't know, I just think that would be funny if it were like him or
If Omer does it, I feel like it'll be a true moment. Like he might like even stare at you for 1 second, spin the ball, and like just give you that nod. Like I
oh
got you,
yeah.
Brandon. I'm gonna knock it down. It's gonna be like a Disney movie.
The one thing that is undeniable is you have been a man of post-play celebrations from time to time throughout your career. So, will there be a post-assist record celebration? Have you thought what that looks like?
I haven't even thought that far. No, but I definitely am one that celebrates after some. I got in trouble versus Auburn doing it, and they got a transition bucket off of it, and I was like, yeah, it's on me. I said
You throw up the goggles.
yeah, I was celebrating a little too much because I was supposed.
I seen it. Not only did you throw up the goggles, you threw up the goggles and got the searching around the arena. It looked like you were up in the upper deck waiting like this.
Yeah, no, I got in trouble for that when I told Payne that's on me because he yelled at Jakari, and I was like, no, I said that's my fault. Because I'm
That-
supposed to be jamming the one that picks up the ball, but Jakari was up there, and then he got confused because that's supposed to be my job, but he was kind of up there, so then they got a three off it. But
True
yeah,
leader.
Hey, the price of the goggles. Sometimes it comes. Just promise me this. Promise me it'll be something special. Give us something whenever that moment happens. I think the fans want that from you too. You got to be a showman a little bit, right?
yeah, 100%. I think I'll probably definitely do something. I haven't thought that far yet. It obviously depends on the pass too, or
Sure.
like what situation we're in.
Right.
True.
Like
Yeah.
hopefully it's like I saw some stat yesterday. It was supposed to be like 3 games into March Madness
Yeah.
or
Mhm.
something. That's like the the totals, the projection or whatever. So I mean, I don't know. It obviously depends where we're at and what we're playing, but I feel like that game it's gonna be a little bit different of a reaction if it were compared to if it were earlier.
Yeah.
Like for like Big Ten tournament, I feel like okay, like yeah, I might take my jersey off and throw it in the stands, but I feel like March Madness, I feel like it might just be like, all right, look, we got to win this game because like the importance of it is obviously a lot, I don't know, deeper than what it is in a Big Ten tournament.
Yeah. I mean, shit, it would honestly help if you guys played a close game at some point too. These 40-point blowouts where you're out
I
the
know.
final 10 isn't exactly happening. So,
Hopefully that starts happening now with these Big Ten games coming up, which would be big. That's why I joked to Paint earlier. I was like, finally, so 40 minutes a game. Here we go. Come on,
That's what we're
come
excited.
on.
all right, that's another great segue. Final section of this show today. You got Wisconsin on Saturday at the Kohl Center. Wisconsin is a great program, of course, this year. It's been an up and down start for them, 8-4 to open the year. They have a couple pretty great wins. The win over Northwestern, I think, will age pretty well. Pick up a Big Ten win early. Providence is a good team, and they beat them by 21. They've also got a couple times. Nebraska got them by 30 and BYU got them by 28. So I don't care how good or bad Wisconsin is. I know this from the one time I went there as I guess a fan slash media person. The Kohl Center is something different. I mean that place is just it's like it's unlike any other arena I've been to. It feels cold just walking in there for some reason, and it's bright and kind of has like hospital vibes to it to me. So, what's it like? Is this your second time at the Kohl Center in your career?
Yes, third.
What's it like? How do you
Third.
view the Kohl Center as an opposing player?
So I think it's actually a hockey arena too. So I think that's why it's cold.
Yeah.
Yeah, I heard some people say that like the ice is actually underneath the floor, so it actually
Yeah.
is cold in there,
It's
which makes
always
sense.
it's normally cold in there, but I actually really like the arena. I hate the rims. I feel like they're just so stiff. I feel like they're just so stiff. You know, like I feel like when you come to Mackey, it's like softer rims. Like I feel like everybody shoots well when they come to Mackey. At least a team worthy enough. You know what
I
I'm
was just
saying?
gonna say, what you mean everyone? Only the teams that wear black and gold.
Well, yeah, I guess. But I feel like their rims I hate, but no, their arena I enjoy playing there, and obviously we have respect for Wisconsin and know the team that they are because I mean they've beat us the last two times, so we understand that, and obviously we got that marked on our calendar to go and try to get a road win.
Yeah. Looking like I guess Greg talked a little bit about their game and there is this thing about Wisconsin, I guess I'll say, and the way they play and just the really like really pristine offense, like cuts and things like that, backdoors and stuff like that. Coming into this game, obviously you guys scout every opponent differently. Um are you at a point now where you played them enough times where like you kind of know how things are going to operate like under Coach Guard and just Wisconsin running that style, or maybe give us a little bit of insight, not too much on the scout, I guess, on Wisconsin.
Yeah, no, I think obviously playing them every year, either 2 to 3 times, even some years, but playing them every year and all the other teams, we have a general idea of what they're doing. And I feel like obviously once you get into Big Ten, like each team has their system that they play in offensively and defensively. Like we always know what Michigan State's going to do. Like we always know what Michigan's going to do. We always know what IU's going to do. Like they don't ever switch up what they're doing. Obviously, IU might be different because they have a different coach this year, but like for us, like going in, like we know certain teams are always gonna play a certain way. Like Wisconsin always a ball screen motion, like that's like their main offense. Obviously, they have like sets and stuff, but their ball screen motion is obviously one of the things that they do most. And then defensively, we know how they play defensively. So I think for us, older guys, we have a general idea of going into games and how it's going to be played.
What's the key to the game? If you had to give Purdue listeners one thing to watch for if they're watching Purdue, Wisconsin, what would that be?
I think just keep up the defensive intensity that we've had. I feel like for me, that's just where I got to start, just being able to bring that energy on the defensive side, along with just continuing to do my job offensively. But I think as a team, got to be locked in because what, like you guys said, like they're good cutters. They run a good offense, and they're also pretty good team. So we are very well or very capable of like stopping all their stuff, but at the same time we have to be connected and understanding that they're also a good team and we have to play to our level.
They got some good guards too. I don't know how many teams in the country with two guys in the backcourt, 19 a game. Nick Boyd, John Blackwell. So I'll be watching that as well. You and CJ, Jakari, Omer, when he's in there, how do you guys handle that test defensively against these guys? All right. Either one of you guys got anything else on Wisconsin? I'm so happy Big Ten play is here. I'm so
That's
happy
true,
these
yeah.
games are coming up.
I like these
But,
games a lot more.
yeah, no,
Fun.
I'm good.
Fun. All right, let's end with our questions. Cart, you got anything else for Braden?
Well, one, if you need a suggestion on the celebration, I have a vast list, an iPhone note of celebrations that you can use and are more than welcome to use at any time. But I guess with the new year coming up, I gotta ask you, are you a resolution guy? And if you are, do you have one?
No, I haven't really ever got into something like that. I don't know, I feel like just being a basketball player, it's just always been we'll just stay consistent, continue to work hard and obviously now that we're into Big Ten play, it's a different style of basketball and different kind of season throughout the year. So understanding that, I feel like for me it just never changes. It's just always the same things just over and over again.
Okay, I have a choose your own adventure question opportunity for my question. I have a really stupid question right here, and I have a pretty serious but normal fun question right here. Which one would you like?
Just go both.
Oh boy. Okay, the stupid one. Which Purdue player was on the naughty list this year and why?
Mm. Honestly, nobody. I just feel like everybody's good dudes, man. Everybody's good dudes. Um, but I mean, if I had to pick, I would probably just say Omer because he sucks at Warzone. Oh my God,
That's so tough.
miserable. I love giving him a hard time though. He's gonna see this and get mad at me for it. So that's also why it's funny too. Just I rage bait him bad,
I feel like we just get to keep poking at Omer on these episodes every time.
100%
Nobody
all the
leaves.
time.
Yeah.
That's all I do when I see him. I'm around him.
Braden, you are a gold medal rage baiter, aren't you? I feel like you got a little bit of that to your game.
Oh, 100%.
Okay, okay.
I'm always the one that like stirs it up. Like
I,
if two are fighting, I'm that third guy that you hear like oh like that. That's me all the time. I'm always one to stir stuff up just to make it fun.
love that.
Why we get along. All right, the serious question to wrap the show. I was thinking about this when we brought up the Cassius video to you. I know you're a Curry guy growing up. Being a Midwest kid, state of Indiana, did you have a favorite Big Ten player that you watched growing up?
Mellow Trimble.
Yeah.
I actually used to like want to go to Maryland and play there because like I liked him so much.
Wow.
There's
Which
some
obviously I didn't
there's
understand at that
Maryland fans
time.
that are absolutely punching air right now.
But like obviously like when I was younger, like I didn't understand like offensive systems and the style of plays. Like obviously I just like watched basketball and obviously as a young kid you just know who scores a lot and who's good and who's not. So I feel like that was just one of the guys that I enjoyed watching and I don't know, it's just how I felt. Or like an Aaron Craft too. I feel like that's like a easy answer to give just because we're similar. But
Don't ever say that again. That's ridiculous. But that Greg, you know that one hurt me.
Well, he just gave one of your five favorite Big Ten.
The Mellow Trimble one, I almost shed a tear of joy, and then I quickly am back enraged by picking the doctor. But
Do
hey, it is.
you see similarities between you and Kraft?
I just think like just small, like kind of aggressive guards with a little chip on their shoulder.
Yeah.
More from that more than anything. I don't really think like we play similar. I mean, maybe just two offensive small white guys that know how to control a basketball game, maybe.
Nope.
Other than that, not a whole lot. But also like for me, like that's just like who I remember when I was younger watching. And obviously, like I'm not gonna lie, like I was more of like I watched IU basketball more than I watched Purdue growing up. So like
Mm.
I was a huge like Oladipo, Will Sheehey, Jordan Holes, like that team.
Those
Yeah.
teams were nice.
Watford, Cody Zeller, like all them, Yogi, like all of those guys. So like I all obviously enjoyed watching them as well. But those are like the guys that I can kind of think of off the top of my head.
There's so
Also D'Lo. I
D'Lo.
like D'Lo too. In
That one
college
year,
too.
that
So
one year at Ohio State was ridiculous.
yeah.
He had
Uh,
that one. He threw the left hand between a dude's legs.
Cam Thompson, yeah,
Northwestern.
that was ridiculous.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. No, that was
Uh, I have four of the players you just named jerseys in my closet right there, right now. Just saying. I
As you
thought
should.
like these. This is music to my ears, hearing all these guys that you love. So,
Yeah.
All right. Well, great episode. First off, thank you. It's been a couple weeks off, so we appreciate you being generous with your time. Good luck against Wisconsin. Now the Big Ten plays here. Congrats on the great wins. Floor is yours to wrap the show.
Yeah, no, again, just thank you guys for taking the time and appreciate you guys for the last couple weeks for bearing with me. So thank you for that. And obviously just looking forward to get another win. So thank you guys again.